Hi, and this is Mike Garner from MrMikeGarner.com, coming to you for your personal growth and spiritual development. How are you coping at the moment? How is your life? Because we say that, don't we? How are you coping? People come to me all the time and they say, I just can't cope. I need you to give me a coping strategy. Really, we should be driving through life, flames behind us, laughing, dancing, singing. Instead, we're stressing, working, driving ourselves, most people, into an early grave, striving but not arriving. It's February the 1st today. It's the first day of Brexit. A new start, maybe. What New Year's resolutions did you create for yourself? Did you achieve them? Are you on the way to achieving them? You've had a month since the first day of January, first day of the new year, a new decade. Today, the first day, a historic day really, where we are out of the European Union. We can't go back, and anything that you've done in your life, you can't go back, you can only go forward. So, how are you coping? I've got lots of coping strategies, but I'm more into teaching people how to fly through life. Because you can, but we're not taught that you can. We're taught that we have to work, we have to pay taxes, we have to do this, we have to do that. We're limited by our education. We're trained to go into jobs for 40, 45, 50 years of our life. And the retirement age is getting further and further away. For me, when I was a young lad, my dad retired at, it was 63, went to 65, it's 67 now. Women were 60 when they retired, but with equality now that they've fought for, that's been equalised. And it's a statistic that most people die after 14 months, having worked all their life. The day they retire, national statistic, 14 months. And then they pop the clogs. They leave this mortal coil. Now this all sounds depressing, I know. But this is life as most people experience it. And we never stop to wonder what this experience should be and how it can be. We sort of accept that this is the way it is. And why do you think you were brought into existence? Why do you think you were created? Why do you think your parents had you? I know for my children, Catherine and Stephen, all I want them to be is happy. I was told by my father, it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you do your best and you're happy. And I've said that to my kids, be happy. And if you're successful being happy and you have the life that you want, then I'm happy for you. And it never mattered to me whether or not they succeeded at school or not, as long as when they became mature adults that they were mature and responsible and were balanced, and I'm very happy that they are. So what's it all about? Now, what we see in the world, this material world, and at the moment here I am in Thailand looking at my hammock, my house, a palm tree, lemon tree. You can hear dogs barking in the background. There's chickens on the farm. And this is what we perceive as being the material world wherever you are. If you look round, you'll be seeing things in your room or in your office or wherever it is that you view in this presentation. That's your world. Let me tell you that there's nothing in that world that's solid. It's another subject, but quantumly, at a subatomic level, there's no such thing as a particle. There's no such thing as material, matter. Everything is just energy and vibration. And if you understand that everything is just energy and vibration, and that you can't destroy energy and you can't create energy, energy just transforms. And your energy and the world is energy. That means that the energy of the world can transform, that your world can change, and that you can change. And that's really powerful. Now, in the past, as a younger man, I used to believe in all sorts of religions, which I now think are harmful. They are dogmatic, pragmatic, there's rules, and there's no scope for freedom of thought in most of the world religions. If you can tell me a religion where you are allowed to be free and not limited by beliefs from a prophet or from a scribe or from somebody who tells you how to believe that religion, how to follow that faith, then I'd be interested to know. But I believe that the mind, my mind, is unlimited, super powerful, and eternal. And it's my job to have balance so that I can be happy, so that I can choose the things that I want to experience and not lose the plot. I don't want to be down in the dumps, and I don't want to be laughing my head off all the time. No balance in that. And you're the same. You're unlimited, you're eternal. Your body isn't. Your body is a construct. And it's a construct of matter, which is protons, protein. We live in an electrical, magnetic, vibrational construct that we call the universe, the world, as we see it, as you see it, as we perceive it through our limited senses. It's mathematical. Existence is malleable. We can change and transform, and we can change and transform our outer experience. We are the experiencer, we are the witness, and we can project from our minds the body that we want, the life that we want, and the life experiences that we choose. When I went to school, I was taught that 1 and 1 is 2, and that 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 are squiggles, marks on a piece of paper. But we know now from computer speak, BIOS, binary computer language, that all there is a 1 and a 0. It's an on and an off. And that's how computers work. A series of computer chips work. Fantastic supercomputers, and your brain is a supercomputer. Different parts of it are either on or off. And depending on how many are on and how many off, and the pattern of on and offs, 1 and 0s, creates every program in the device that you're watching this presentation, and in the device that's allowing me to send this presentation. And the fact that I'm actually transmitting it to you, and it's being sent through thin air, which isn't thin air, it's being vibrated to your cell phone, to your tablet, or to your PC or laptop, or whatever it is vibration, sound and light and magnetism. And that works with 1s and 0s. 1 plus 1, hopefully the wind isn't affecting the microphone too much here, because the wind's getting up. But 1 is a wave. It's a positive wave. Minus 1 is a wave. It's a negative wave. 0 is a still point. If you're a member of one of my groups, you'll understand what still point is. But 0 is infinity. It's eternity. And if you get a +1 and a -1, it creates 0. A +2 and a -2 creates 0. A +3 and a -3 creates 0. 0 is eternity, it's balance, it's all potentialities, full circle. So any amount of positive numbers added to it, the same equal duality number in the negative, +17 and -17, +2 million, -2 million, always comes to 0. Balance is 0, which is eternity, which is infinity. It's balance. 0 is balance. And it's not nothing. 0 isn't nothing. And 1 isn't something, because you can't destroy energy. 3 minus 3 or 1 minus 1 doesn't create nothing, it creates 0. And in 0 is a void. It's perfection, it's balance. It's the creative starting point, the origin, the genesis. So you might say existence is mathematics, because our mind is unlimited. Our mind is eternal. Our mind is just pure vibration. Thoughts vibrate out. I move my hand with a thought, with an intention. I scratch my head with a thought and intention. I'm speaking with thoughts and intentions, and it's moving molecules. The wave of the thought moves molecules. In other words, the wave creates the particle. Ultimately, what we see in our world is mathematics. But here in Thailand, I'm looking at lots and lots and lots of positive things. And therefore my life tends to be more positive. If I wasn't so fortunate, I'd be looking at lots and lots and lots of negative things. Lots and lots of mathematical equations creating an illusion of a negative experience. Let's say it was negative 2027. If you had 2027 positive things, you'd get back to 0. Illness can create negative numbers. Homelessness, loss, financial worries, relationship issues, anxiety, fear, negative thoughts, violence. Evil things create negative numbers. Positive things, happiness, love, caring, cuddling, blessings, art, music, dance, the love of animals and nature, good food, positive numbers. And if you're doing those positive things, mathematically, you'll create a positive projection of your world. It only takes a few negative things to offset the scales. And the thing is, we're always going to end up flatlining when we're not able to breathe. And we close our eyes and we can't see the experiences projected out there in a physical way. that we go back to zero, balance, still point, stillness, not breathing. The moment we breathe, we start to perceive. Never said that before, but it rhymes and it's so true. I'll say it again. The moment we breathe, we start to perceive. And at death of the body, we stop perceiving. We don't see the plus numbers and the minus numbers. Because if you've got minus 17 and plus 5, you've got a deficit of 12 minus. You'd have to have plus 17 to get to balance. But at death we stop perceiving. We don't react. We don't experience positive and negative in the way that we've been told it is. Stillness, peace, balance. This is why it says, and it says in so many texts, as above, so below. And if it is a mirror image of positive and negative, and you'll always have duality, then you do get balance and stillness. So I'm very much into experience. As a hypnotist, I can create experience for people. I can create a mindset that gives them a projection of a false reality. Somebody's frightened, I can tell them in trance that they are confident and happy, and they come out of trance, and accepting that belief, they then see a confident, happy world. They don't see a fearful, frightening world. And if they had pain, and I tell them that the pain has gone, and they feel at ease, then they come out of trance, and they feel easy and pain-free. How powerful is that? I've got so many examples of that. I'm going to start videoing a lot more of that when I come back to the UK to prove that to people. They need to see that. And we know the placebo effect of a sugar pill. And they say that pretty much 57, 62%, depending which statisticians you go to, will tell you that pharmaceutical medications and surgery is mainly placebo. They've actually pioneered surgeries and told people that this pioneering surgery will save them. Heart valve operations where they've put things in and other operations. And it's been recorded that that person has maintained well-being long after the operation, and yet when they've x-rayed them or scanned them, they've found that the part that they put in has failed. And yet the success is still felt by the patient long after the prosthetic has failed, because of the mind. This is how a lot of faith healing works. Reiki healing works on positive belief, but also on vibration, that the person who is positive has got positive mathematics, when the person who's ill and in disease, and the word is there, disease, they're not pleased and eased, are in negative mathematics, and the positive mathematics boost up the negative mathematics, and the person goes away feeling wonderful. And I've been doing Reiki since 1985, and people feel wonderful. Used to come to my house in Winstay Road and say, I just love coming here, I just love sitting in your chair, Mike. They feel better. Crystals vibrate in a positive mathematical way. Chanting, meditation stills the mind, changes the mathematics of the physiology and the biology of the individual. We're always trying to balance. All healing is balance. And there are three forces in the universe. There's creation, maintenance, and destruction. Destruction is a minus mathematical number. Creation is a positive one. And maintenance is 0. Start to see things as minus and plus and 0. Wonderful if you can have positive life experiences, but achieve balance. All the things that are negative in your life Count them. You might have one negative thing, one negative person, one negative job, one negative neighbour, one negative event. And it might outweigh all the positive things that you've currently got. So one thing doesn't have the value of one. You know how you judge it. You know how one problem can outweigh all other problems. Score your problems, score your blessings. Seek balance. Because 0 is balance and it's infinity. And we're in infinity anyway, but while we're in this physical dimension for 60 years and 10, as it says in the Bible, 60 years is 320s are 60 and 10 is 10 on 60, which is 70 years of age. By that reckoning, I'm gone in 7 years because I'm nearly 63, believe it or not. I can't believe it, and I'm not asking for compliments. But there's times in my life when I felt 90. And there's times in my life when, as my mum would say, I feel like a spring chicken. It's your job to live, or your major definite purpose. The biggest goal in your life should be to live a long, fit, fulfilling, worthwhile, significant life. And the idea is that all your goals and all your thinking and everything that you eat and everything that you do should add up to having a long, healthy life. Look at the things that you're doing that's shortening your life, and anything that makes you unhappy, not pleased, is making you not eased. And if you're not eased, you're going to have dis-ease. Dis-ease, not being at ease, will kill you. Poisonous, toxic, cheap crap foods, over-processed foods, not exercising, not drinking enough water, not sleeping properly, being negative, worrying, anxiety, which sets up rot in the body because it's acidic, it's toxic, poisonous. Getting rid of poisonous people, getting rid of poisonous thoughts in your mind, getting rid of poisonous activities, creating balance, still point 0, because it's all mathematics, it's a formula that works. And if I've not explained it properly, then put your comments in the comments box below and we'll have a chat and I'll explain this again. And if you ever want to experience hypnosis on the spot to make you feel good, so that I can prove to you the power of your own magnificent mind, this supercomputer that works with on-off switches, 0s and 1s, and also -1s, but you've got to watch for them and get rid of them. Then next time you see me, ask me, because I'll hypnotise you on the spot and you'll feel wonderful when you go away, because your mind's powerful. And really, with everything that I do, I want to teach everybody how to be their own best hypnotist so that they can do it for themselves, because I don't want people to be dependent on me, because I won't be here forever, even though I plan to live till I'm 150. The best gift and legacy I can leave is sharing this in a group that I run, which is called Mind, Body, Spirit. The banner on the top of the page says, I'm here to change the world, and I'm not alone. People aren't sharing power and wisdom, they're spreading doom and gloom. Every time you listen to doom and gloom, and every time you talk doom and gloom, and negatively and gossip and destructively and criticise and judge, it's negative. Make sure when you go to bed every night that you have a positive score in your bank at the end of the day. Because trust me, there's enough negative things in the world being thrown at you. It certainly doesn't want to come from you. And if it is, you know where I am and I'm here to help. So God bless, be powerful, enjoy your mind. Just do your very best to be the best person that you can be. And if you need help, you know where I am. Take care.